Listen, I was fine last time. It was the time before that. Also, hello, Aku. It's not my birthday, but I'm glad that you're here.
Hi, Aku.
Okay.
You didn't say it right there, bud.
Oh. Wait, which one?
You said it's not your birthday. You didn't say it right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, it's not my birthday!
There we go.
Hi, Baz and Danny. Heck yeah. Oh my god. I can't believe that we got through the entirety of the
birthday.
I can't believe that we got through the whole Kinkymation Pokemusudex right now. Like I've seen some people go through like bits of it. I'm certain that other people have gone through all of it with their Smasher Pass.
Yeah.
But we've been at this for a year.
No.
Yeah.
It's only been oh wait, I mean
April.
I guess if we were doing
April
it like every week, it wouldn't have taken nearly that long, but we did it 1 week and then 3 weeks of Cult of the Lamb and then 1 week and then
Yep.
Listen, we
first Wednesday of a month.
in Bass terms here, we dipped our beaks in it, savored the taste, allowed it to sit and stew in the best of ways, like tasting fine wine, except we drank it because we're thirsty bitches.
Okay.
Anyways, I think that it's actually
Speaking of
kind of
wine,
impressive.
maybe I should get some wine for today.
Yeah, go for it. Get yourself some spicy water. The harem juice, in the words of Danny.
The harm juice.
You be swishing around that harem. I don't want to think about it. And that's
I'm not gonna. Not
Listen,
today.
I've got thoughts on that, but I'll save that for after stream, if I remember, which I won't. Maybe.
Laszlo,
Yes.
what is the likelihood of me being able to convince you to just like dip a toe into date everything with me at least once?
I swear to God.
After Bass and I played through it a bit.
Okay, I was about to say, I told you. The moment we started, before we got on stream, you were gonna it's gonna happen. I fucking told you.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Romancing your appliances? Hell yeah.
Correct.
But I have to play it a little bit with Bass first.
Yep, that's fine.
Just to give a bit of context, earlier today, she was like, but what if we look at it? And I was like, what
if we
do
just
that? We're not going to want to stream. Because we're both going to want to look. And she was like, we got all sad. So I was like, fine.
God, remember whenever we streamed I Love You, Colonel Sanders?
Oh, God.
That was a joy.
Anyway, she very specifically said, just of spite, for me being like, if we go past and go over, I'm going to say I told you so. She goes, out of spite, we're going to stop at 9:30. We're going to stop at 8:30. 9:30.
In my defense, we were in the middle of something and couldn't save.
Yeah.
But we stopped as soon as we could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're not even gonna give me shit for it because I stopped as close to 9:30 as I possibly could.
Even I was like, we've got to get out of here.
You and I dip my toes into dating the toilet. It'll last forever.
But I knew that if we even remotely looked at it, it was going to be that we're just going to do the thing. This is the Marvel Rivals thing all over again.
Yeah. Wait, the Marvel Rivals thing?
Of only wanting to do Marvel Rivals.
You guys were supposed to play Cult of the Lamb, but
Cult of the Lamb, and I was like, but what if we did Marvel Wabba?
Yeah, she had just gotten into Marvel Rivals again. It just came out.
Listen, that one wasn't bad. Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing another Marvel Rivals stream at some point. I'm certain that Danny here is like completely bested me in the best of ways in like any way, shape, or form for that game.
How about you guys? We finished this.
Still played it every day.
We finished this, and then if there's time left over, you guys play that.
It depends on how much time is there, because we only have 2 hours.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alrighty.
If we finish this, we could dip our toes into date.
I swear to God.
We have a lot of Pokemon to go through. We will see. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and get our intro in then. I think we wasted enough time for me,
Yeah.
and by that I mean, I love to waste time. So.
We always waste at least a little bit of time at the beginning of this.
Mm-hmm. Well, heck yeah, thank you so much for joining us, guys. We have officially completed going through the entirety of the Pokemusu Pokedex from Kinkymation here. We are ecstatic to have actually been able to... Whoa! I thought that was Wolf. Thank you, Aku.
No, it was Aku.
I love that I just, like, reflexively blamed Wolf for that one. But, anyways, so, now that we're done, what we wanted to do is be able to craft our own harem. We did successfully get our harem pass, each and every one of us. We've earned this. And so, of course, we are going to claim our due for that with each of our top 6 Pokemusu. We're basically going to be ranking them from 6th place to 1st place. And while we love all of them equally, as what you
I don't know if I can do that. I think mine might have to just be, like, in no particular order.
Really?
Like, I don't know if I can rank them.
Oh, God. I see. I know that it's more difficult to do it like that. Okay, we can just do it so it's like an amalgamation of our favorites then, if you want to do it like that. Have less stress for that one.
Like,
after all,
if you do have a particular order, go for it. I don't.
We'll see, because like I understand your pain, and I did have a ranking for mine. I don't know how true that it would be by the end of the night, though. There may be some that after I read through them again, I might be like, okay, I might like Y more than X right now. You got your harem views? Yes, I do.
Question, do we want to do this like we're going to reveal like one of them at a time?
Yes.
Or do we want to just like have everybody, like each person go through all 6 of theirs?
So the way that I think I want to do is we're going to have our 6 places go first. So we'll do my 6th place, then your 6th place, and then Bass's 6th place.
Oh boy, okay.
And then we'll just go in rotation like that. So basically what you guys are probably going to be doing is that we're going to go over to our little tier list that we got going on, and I'll show that right quick.
I'm going to say, remember, I don't have a particular order, but I will try.
Yep.
I will put it in like the most accurate that I possibly can, but I love them all.
That is more than fine. So we'll just kind of like go down the list.
Is this where I also mention that the Pokemon that got me my Monster Harem card is not in my harem either?
You're saying that you wouldn't have Porygon in your favorites?
Porygon would not be in my favorites, no.
I can't believe you.
The amount of offense you wouldn't have Porygon.
Like, I liked Porygon. Porygon was okay. Like, it would smash, but not gonna, like, chase after it.
Listen, my keyboard, that is my...
Oh, is that why you finger bang it so hard?
Of course,
Porygon.
always. And, you know, sometimes the chicken can come before the egg. Might have been a good way to get them into the harem. But anyway, regardless.
Oh, boy, okay.
So basically, I would go first. And then I would just pick and drag the first Pokemusu up on top. And then I guess for you guys, after I give like my little spiel over the reason why like I really appreciate it and whatnot, yada yada, we'll go down over to Danny. And Danny, I want for you to... Would you rather just like send me the name of the Pokemusu that you choose? Or would you rather just send me the picture?
I would like to just tell you.
Oh, you just want to tell me?
I would like to just tell you.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep, we can definitely do that.
Okay. I think I have, like, a general idea of an order of favorite, if I have to have one.
Understood. Alrighty then. In that
Bess, do you have an idea?
Do I have an idea of what?
Do you have an idea of what order your harem would be in from top favorite to lowest of in the favorites?
No. favoritism. I don't believe in favoritism.
You have to pick one.
You don't have to think of it as like a genuine.
It doesn't have to be
I
like a
love
genuine,
you
like,
least.
This is my favorite, and you're my least favorite. Just...
Yeah, you can think of it as just like an amalgamation, and you can probably say like your favorite for the top one if you do have any even like the slightest inclination. That's how we'll do this.
Yeah, right.
I will judge you with your very first favorite.
Oh my god.
We'll judge you at least a little bit.
Okay. In that case, we'll go ahead and get started. Danny, I remember that that we were talking about how like I did really want to kind of go in and kind of experience a little bit more of the openness that my mind had to go throughout the whole of this. I got to experience new thoughts over different like body types and things that I feel like I could maybe get along with in certain instances. And a lot of them definitely were strange on appearance that ended up being something special because of what their entries had to say. I also know that you made mention of a specific Pokemon that you thought that I would be able to enjoy. It's not... I think that there's like a very, very big difference between like Pokemon that I would enjoy to have on like a team, or like aesthetically, and Pokemusu that I would want to bang. I feel like I would need to make that clear right now, and by that I mean I'm picking Onyx for my top 6.
I knew it! I knew it!
So, with that in mind, let me just go on ahead and grab us over and ignore that.
I'm not ignoring that because that one was very tempting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That one was very tempting.
It was. Like, going over it again, the Nidorina line was something special.
The arena line was really good.
Okay. So this one, I don't really feel like I need to, like, look over the, I don't really think I need to look over the particular assets for Onyx to really explain, like, what I enjoy about her. I will, just for the sake of, like, giving structure to this, so that I don't just end up rambling. So I'll go ahead and start right now. Sometimes mistaken for landslides, the roaring stone serpent Onyx towers over most other Musu. Their long tail is made of interlocking boulders that independently rotate on their own axis, and they have long protruding horns atop their heads that help them steer as they swim through the earth. Onyx tend to dwell in rocky areas such as mountains or caves, though some have been seen around deserts on rare occasions as well. Due to the Musu's irritable temperament, they rarely settle near other Musu, and definitely not near other Onyx. Humans are largely fearful of Onyx's poor temper and great strength. They'll go out of their way to steer clear of Onyx territory when possible, though there's little they can do when an Onyx migrates near human settlements, as the Musu can easily destroy structures on accident but just by burrowing around, and they are often too irritable to negotiate with. Due to their immense size and intimidating roars, few consider attacking Onyx. As such, Onyx don't actually have many strategies for combat. Instead, they rely on their innate power, or if they don't feel confident in a fight, they'll simply dive underground to flee instead. Onyx are partial to humans that are bold and honest. Trying to overthink bonding with them will end in disaster. You want to research, huh? How about you research a meter stick because you need to stay back? You'll get smashed, do you hear me? I will defend myself. Keep walking, you on a bad time? Because you've awakened the sleeper now. Anonymous Onyx, approached by a researcher assistant. Alright, so the reason that I enjoy Onyx, not only for certain spicy arts, but...
It was good spicy art. It was really good. Look at that grab.
This is... I feel like this personified a lot of my choices that I made within this list as a whole. This is one of those Pokemon, or Pokemusu, where, like, a challenge is kind of being presented in the form of the chase. Onyx don't like to be able to be around other people. They like things short and sweet. They like things to be bold, honest, out in front. And I try to make it so that that's pretty much everything that I am as a person. So Onyx, like, this is one of those moments where, while the aesthetic of a rock lamia is definitely something that's it's definitely something that's out of my normal foray. But it is a personality that I can definitely enjoy, and the aspects that I can get the aspects that I can get a hold of, I absolutely would keep them in my hands. And with that, that will be my number 6 pick. Danny.
Your number 6.
Yep. Danny.
Okay.
Give me your top 6.
So you have like a lot of thoughts about this. I can almost guarantee you that my and Bass's thoughts on what our picks are is Lady Hot.
She pretty.
I can almost guarantee you, Lady Pretty is gonna be our thought. Women hot. But so I have a particular aesthetic, as we know.
Yes.
We made mention to it on multiple occasions throughout the entirety of the Pokemusu case.
Yes.
Which means it is not going to be surprising what my choices are. It is not going to be surprising at all. And with that, 6 is going to be Chansey.
Chansey? Okay. Great,
Chansey.
great. All right. Number 6, Chansey. Let me go on ahead.
The pink thing. One of the pink things.
The pink thing, Pokemon. Or Pokemusu.
The pink thing.
There we go.
Shit.
It is 113. Oh, anyway.
She's so pretty. Look at her.
She do be.
So we read first and then we go into the hear me out, right?
Yeah.
That's what we've done?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we've decided? Okay. So, the Egmusu Chansey is renowned across the world for its compassion to heal the wounded. They possess long pink hair and openly carry their famous eggs. These eggs absorb the latent healing energy from the Chansey and become a near-perfect panacea. There we go, I said it. That hasn't been replaced by human magic yet. Replicated by human magic yet. I can words. Not well, but I can words. Chansey love assisting others and will live in locations that best facilitate this. Most often, this results in them working at hospitals in cities and towns, where they're respected as wise and kind healers. Humans have a deep respect for Chansey and do their best to accommodate them as much as possible. Since human magic is relatively limited when it comes to healing wounds, the expertise of Chansey is required to alleviate many serious injuries. While Chansey has limited physical strength, they are able to manipulate their magic in offensive ways if needed. However, they possess something even more powerful than that, luck. For whatever reason, heavy misfortune befalls those who attempt to harm a Chansey. Lightning strikes, meteors, or earthquakes have all struck those that have targeted Chansey with violence. The source of these events is currently unknown. The Chansey will only bond with one with great kindness in their heart and genuine compassion for helping others. My favorite preparation method for an egg is sunny side up, cooked once each side for 30 seconds, with some salt, pepper, and a generous amount of paprika. The latter gives it a bit of a kick without overpowering its natural subdued flavor. Expert from Ordinary Eggs Cookbook. So I just, first off, beyond the fact of woman pretty, and I have an aesthetic for pink thing, I really love that they're just these good healers. They're just these wise women that want to help people, and that just kind of resonates with me on a spiritual level, because I'm always trying to help where I can and when I can.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be much of a fighter in a world like this. I would want to assist people. So Chansey just... She is me in a way. A lot of the pink things is me in a way.
I agree 100%. I think that like there's
I
definitely
think
like
we
an
could
added
get
charm.
along really well.
Yeah. There's definitely like an added charm to it too, where like just the fact that bad things happen to those who sorry, they're basically like a big karma bomb. Or like, how on earth could you ever
That is also a
hurt
thing
this
that
person?
relates to me.
Yeah.
Because it feels like anytime somebody decides that they're gonna fuck me over, karma hits them in the face. Like, haha, you thought.
Mm-hmm. And it's because, like, you don't ever, like... I don't think I've ever known you to have, like, a hurtful bone on your body. That does definitely bring up big pink thing energy.
I would say I can, and I do, and I have, like, those thoughts of, God, if only I could.
Mm-hmm.
But I choose not to do them, because... Why? Why would I want to? If I could be better, why would I choose not to be?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm here for anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
If I absolutely have to, I can and I will.
Mm.
But that's in an absolute, like, must, like, worst come to worst, last ditch effort kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I know that I said I would like keep things secret as far as like placements of other Pokemusu and whatnot, but I will say that like Chansey here was very close to making top 6. Yeah, definitely a good pink thing. Definitely head pat it, definitely treat it nice. Definitely do all the things to
I
it,
do
so
remember
can't see on
being
Twitch.
confused about that little egg pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just looks off. But it's fine.
Listen, it's a satchel / garter pelt.
She can put snacks in there.
She can put condoms in. I'm done.
I don't need those. I can't get her pregnant.
Yep. Very nice. All
I
right.
can't get her pregnant. It's fine.
Pet a gun, baby.
I have fun trying, but I can't do it.
Alrighty. Shall those be your final thoughts for this one?
Yeah.
Very well. Bass, choose your top 6.
Thinking.
So there's a
Here.
there's a specific sort of aesthetic and type that I have that's been well documented at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Being good stream, where if it's punk coded, because I'm an old Brit punk at heart, still kind of am, but I can't be nearly as vocal about it. Not here, at least.
Mm.
If a woman can absolutely 100% take my ass,
Yeah.
that's usually the two things that can sort of line up.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain exceptions. We'll get to those.
Mm-hmm. So punk and abrasive. Those are the two main tricks here.
Yeah.
That's just kind of what immediately like makes his brain go, ooh.
Yeah. So with that in mind, Hitmonchan.
Hitmonchan? Okay. Yeah. Let's get her out here then. Let me see.
Not reading, but
That's okay. If you want, I can read it.
I'd appreciate that.
We might make you read, like, a quick trainer tip.
Yep, we could do that.
Specifically for Zapdos. Ah, shit, I gave away. I'm so sorry.
Listen, that's fine. Alrighty.
He knows.
I'm sorry.
Hitmonchan are renowned throughout the land as the masters of punching. As such, we refer to them as the punching Musu. They look fairly similar to humans at a glance, but can easily be identified by their crimson hands and the crown-like horns atop their head. Humans have a great deal of respect for the Musu. As such, many make their homes among human society, forming dojos and sports clubs to teach others their skills. Despite Hitmonchan's scowling demeanor, they're quite social and love to teach and learn from others about most anything. Some human athletes devise specialized boxing gloves based on Hitmonchan's hands, allowing humans to practice techniques without risk of damaging their fingers. The unique shape of Hitmonchan's hands aren't just for show. The thick skin and aerodynamic shape enable them to deliver punches at a blistering speed. Additionally, the mixed Chan style they practice enables them to manipulate natural magics to imbue their fist with elemental energy, inflict vertigo on opponents, as well as other unique effects. While most cannot learn these techniques, Hitmonchan are happy to teach people who are interested in learning. Trainer tips. Hitmonchan have less flexible muscles in their faces, and as such, often appear to grimace regardless of their actual emotional state. Those who wish to bond with a Hitmonchan will need to use other clues to determine a Hitmonchan's emotional state. One more thing. I better not catch any of you cheating out there. There's gutter trash behavior, and I won't have it. Jade C. A Hitmonchan. Perfect.
Perfect.
But she's not overly aggressive, however, could absolutely kick my ass if needed.
Yeah, absolutely could.
And
Is
I
happy
also
to
like,
teach you. Is happy to be there, but can and will beat you up if absolutely needed.
I'm also just a huge fan of like, I used to watch boxing a lot,
Mm-hmm.
so immediately I'm like, yes.
Since I have known him, there is a non-0% chance that he has punched somebody in the face with boxing gloves on.
Very nice.
At least once.
It sounds like it was deserved, at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at the other art, I'm like just now really noticing like the shift between her hues before getting to her hands,
Yeah.
and just how
it's
hard
really
that
cool.
her hands look. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Who knows? Maybe I made a mistake picking him only. Who knows?
He's gonna die happy.
Yeah. 100%.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see. Sir James.
Oh
Oh God. Yeah.
Hi,
No,
Dad.
you are gonna get. You're just gonna get gripped.
Oh, whoa.
Not a bad thing.
I'm fine with this.
Alrighty. Any final words for Hitmonchan?
Lady hot.
Woman hot.
Woman pretty. Understood. Alright. In that case, for my number 5 pick, this one... I didn't expect for this one to breach my interest, so... it's one that not everyone in the room here appreciated as much as I did. It did have one very unique flaw.
Uh-huh.
And it does kind of follow under one of the more monster-esque, like Pokemusu that we were looking over.
Mm-hmm.
Danny, what are you thinking right now?
I'm scared.
You're scared?
I don't know if I want to know.
There's nothing scary at all about Seadra. Seadra was a great mon. It's hard for me to really say too much other than that, but actually no, I do got things I could say about Seadra.
Okay, I don't think that's the one that I was as worried about. Okay.
Yeah, you.
I can't wait to go through it then. Alright. Seadra.
Okay, no. Seadra was okay. Okay, that's fine.
A variation of Horsey are referred to as Seadra. The key differences between the two are Seadra's longer tail and the thicker wings. Said wings are actually very sharp, as they are made of thousands of small needles that are tipped with a minor neurotoxin. As their name implies, Seadra dwell in the sea. They can dwell for short periods in freshwater as well, but the lack of minerals in freshwater will eventually lead a Seadra to become sick. Why Horsey and Seadra differ so strongly on this is currently unknown. Sailors appreciate the Seadra that live near their harbors, as the Musu can claim the tides for ships to make crossings easier. While Horsey can accomplish this as well, Seadra's stiffer wings let them do so with more stability. Though artists often prefer to depict Horsey accomplishing this on account of their more graceful movements while controlling the tides. It's quite easy for uncareful swimmers to accidentally be stuck with the Seadra's needles if they swim too close to them. Those who wish to attack them have worse odds. While the neurotoxin isn't enough to kill most individuals, it will paralyze attackers and let the seed do the rest of the work. Trainer tips. Many assume Seadra's sharp features imply a sharp personality as well, but this isn't accurate, as most Seadra are easygoing and very approachable. Seadra needles can do a lot more than hurt in the right hands. The small ones can be used for a great local anesthetic, the long ones can be processed to make a sleep aid, and the back ones, well, doctors can't use those. But I can.
Yeah, okay, this is fine. This is fine.
Okay, so I appreciated Seadra not only just because Lady Pretty, but also because I appreciate that this is another like misunderstood Musu. Danny, I might have told you about this like whenever I was growing up, but because I hit puberty pretty early on, I was a lot taller than everybody. During like 6th grade through like 8th grade and whatnot, I was the guy who always wore like a hoodie and jeans and whatnot. I wore skate shoes. People assumed I was a pothead and that I couldn't really be trusted, etc., etc. Never really did any of that stuff at all. And it kind of just really baked into me like the importance of never judging a book by their cover. So hearing about how like Seadra's deeds and their good deeds, however, are misinterpreted for horses or rather depicted by something just because they look a certain way. That kind of resonated with me a little bit, and I feel like it could be something that I would definitely appreciate over what other people may. Also, come on, how can you not enjoy that spicier? It's good, okay?
It's
come
really,
on.
It's pretty good.
It's
pretty good.
There are things that you can do with a tail, and there are things that you can abuse about a tail.
Tails.
Turns out I'm into that shit. Alright.
Yes, I'm into that.
And anyway, those are my thoughts on Seadra's. Danny, it's your go.
Okay, so there's not like a whole lot of build up on this. Once again, I have an aesthetic. We know what the aesthetic is. It's another pink thing.
Okay. Can I guess?
It's Mew.
Mew? Oh!
No, I already told you.
Ooh, I'm surprised. I'm surprised it's Mew.
It's
Pink thing acquiring.
another pink thing.
A flowering pink thing.
Very last one.
Woo.
Look at how cute.
She be adorbs. Alright, take it away.
Mew is the starting point for most Musu. Not the first necessarily, but the first for most. There used to be many, but now only one remains. That being Hawa. The rest all gradually changed into other Musu. Most becoming legendary figures, or, well, she doesn't talk about the other ones. The one who remains, Hawa, is, or was, their queen. She travels a lot, and most don't know of her since she disguises herself as other Musu or even human. It's not simple illusion magic either, she actually changes into them. Much like a Ditto. Hawa can only turn into women, but she can turn into any woman, human, or Musu, and even female versions of men. I can verify that the transformations are very thorough. What Mewtwo said about her isn't a hard lie, but it's still deceptive. Hawa would never hurt anyone. She just made a mistake eons ago and is trying to bring her lost daughter back. She was desperate and trusted some people that didn't deserve such trust. Mew can cast every spell that we're aware of. In fact, they likely invented all the technical mastery spells and the Academy teaches. Though Hawa abhors violence, so she often uses the more aggressive magics in unusual ways. Hawa says that I'm the key to saving Mewtwo, but I'm not so sure. She's been trying for ages, and she's so smart and amazing. How could I do what she can't? We've traveled across the land, far and wide, to find a solution and haven't found anything, so how could I have that power inside?
The power
Terrence
that's
Rainer.
inside. Sorry.
Pokemusudex. Anyway.
Pokemoo Meadows.
But
Boom.
there,
Look at that.
God,
Precious.
that is adorable and is probably kind of like the main thing. I just really like that art. I love her design. It's very simple, but very regal.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I have an aesthetic. I like pink things.
Cat face.
The little cat face is cute.
Yeah, no, it's...
But just also, in general, I've always loved Mew as a Pokemon. It's just the cutest little thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
So gimme. And look how little she is! There'd be somebody in the harem shorter than me!
Oh my god!
I mean, I'm pretty sure... I don't remember if Chansey was shorter, but I'm pretty sure she was.
Let's see. Chansey is a little taller, I think. I know it's taller than Mew. Alright, let's see. Yeah, no, Mew is 5'1".
Yeah, see, there'd be somebody shorter than me.
You have conquered the Mew! No, I agree with you on this entirely. The, for one thing, the intimacy in the final pick is a very, very, very sweet cap-off to this series, I feel. At least for Generation 1. And just...
I have a thing for eye contact.
Yes. Yes, 100%. I'm pretty much the same way on this one here. I mean, come on. How can you not just love that? That is precious.
It's really cute.
Prolonged eye contact.
That one definitely kind
No,
of
not that kind of eye contact.
The picture itself just really shows, like, what Terrace means to... Or, sorry, what Terrence means to Mew in that instance, and that's... It's a beautiful thing. I definitely get where you're coming from with this one. And just, knowing that Mew, who is, like, this all-powerful creature and whatnot, is just... but still has, like, no malice or drive. She is just... She feels like she gives off the aura of, like, innocence and whatnot. Innocence, purity, and benevolence, which is something that you would not expect from a creature that powerful.
It's another, like, soft kind of character like Chansey that just, I think I would get along with really well.
Yeah. I agree with that, actually. I think you would. I think that if we went with the idea of, like, all of us becoming quote-unquote trainers in Kanto for something like this, I feel like Mew would be attached to you over either me or Bass. Listen, you did get the harem pass before anyone else. I think that you would be the protagonist for this one.
I get to be the main character with plot armor.
Indeed.
Does that mean I get to fuck Mewtwo until she goes good again?
Correct.
Yes.
I was like, hello, Layla. We're talking
Ma'am.
about Danny fucking you two. Alrighty. If those are your final thoughts, Bass,
Yeah.
give me your top 5.
Why am I hitting the buttons? Let's just talk when I don't need to.
Chintu, I'm there. Don't forget me. Don't worry. We'll definitely bring you in.
So, going by the type I expressed earlier, it's well documented. This one goes like completely opposite because it's wiggly.
Hmm.
You cut out for a second, Liv.
I hate.
You're all good.
Very much hate.
So I heard exact opposite of the type earlier.
Oh.
So yeah, this is like we were talking about like just moments ago. Now this is like the one that isn't a type at all, and it's Wigglytuff.
Oh, it's Wigglytuff.
Wigglytuff.
Let's go. Top 5, Wigglytuff. Onyx is top tier for Laszlo, I'm not surprised. Listen! I gave my take for Onyx already. Alrighty. Let's go on ahead and give... I'm listening. Thank you for listening. That's all.
This entire thing is just hear me out.
Yeah. Boom.
Do you want to trade off? You do one for Bass, I do one for Bass?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me
so that you're not reading, like, double as much as I am.
Yeah, I'm more than fine with that. We are going so far back.
So far. She very close to the
there
front.
We go. There
Look
we
at
go.
how cute she is.
Precious.
I love her.
Also, hi, Haku. And I'm judging, but I'm like, oh, thank you.
Alright. Wigglytuffs have a very special place in society as they, with their incredible beauty and elegance, represent the standards of nobility. It is unsurprising that every single noble house and royal worth their gold has one of them in their court. They get scouted as Jigglypuff in church choirs. When the most skilled at church catches someone's eye, they get taken into said family.
Danny, hold.
Once... Oh.
I just now realized the song that just now came is The Breed by Philanthrope. How diabolically fitting!
Why could this not have come up whenever we were talking about Chansey?
Yes, why could this not have come? I'm sorry, I'm done. Go ahead, continue.
Anyway. Once there, they get gifted a necklace with the most precious of moonstones, an incredibly rare and expensive material. And if the if the Jigglypuff accepts the gift, it'll immediately start a Jiggy. It'll immediately turn into a Wigglytuff.
Get jiggy with
They
it.
will get jiggy with it. They will officially be part of said family and only sing for them. Their elegance is beyond this world, and their poise and movement match it perfectly, creating a truly beautiful spectacle, captivating anyone who lays an eye on them. Their fine and silky hair is so soft that those who touch it will not want to stop. Nobles use their hair to make some of the most expensive dresses and fabrics. Their skin is also unnaturally soft. They often get compared to dolls, so light and graceful that some claim they are able to float at will. They are really quiet, and they reserve their voices for special occasions, to the point of rarely even speaking. It is not uncommon for children of nobility and royal blood to bond with Wigglytuffs, as they get to hang around them while growing up. For many of them, the family Wigglytuff is their first love, which that's adorable. Can I just say? Their ears are incredibly sensitive. Touching them is strictly forbidden or they'll get angry, as their elegant existence will quickly drop at the slightest touch.
Perfect. That's that elegance drop, huh? Also, I just want to make this known. There's not like a height listed for Wigglytuff, strangely enough.
No, because remember at the very beginning they weren't giving us like the actual like centimeters in height for most of them. That came later.
You're right. Thank you.
Yeah, because we noticed it whenever it started doing that. We're like, wait a goddamn minute.
Alrighty, Bass. Tell us your thoughts.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about the nobility bit.
Is it because it's wife coded?
It's something that did feed into the bias, yeah.
Listen.
And one other that also feeds into the same bias that I'll point out later, but not now.
Understood.
But it's the aesthetic of it as well as that. So, like the...
You really like soft things.
I do. Which is hilarious because of what my type of women is. But also like soft.
Listen, that's a flexibility that can be appreciated.
But I mean like physical soft things. Like, you...
Yeah.
Physically soft, I've noticed you have this habit of just kind of like grab, pet, stroke, touch.
Very, yeah.
Very handsy with soft things. Not that I'm complaining.
It's a part of how my love language works because I like physical affection
I love it a lot.
quite a bit. So
I love it a lot.
So we have to ask the question: would you touch the ears?
They're very
only when
sensitive.
consent is given.
So privately, whenever they're not trying to be their elegant selves in front of people.
Precisely.
I feel like Wigglytuff would still try to play out the act even in private, but the second that you touch them, that just goes completely out the window.
Oh yeah,
Which-
absolutely. Things are going,
which
it's
only-
just, you know, beautiful, graceful, elegant, and then you grab the ear and she just melts.
Immediate, yeah.
I mean, that's a whole thing I've got too. So. Just going to very
I mean,
casually
plus
sit
for the spicy content, I'll say the kind of rushed, like, I don't have time to get all of these layers off, they're just gonna be moved, is a thing for him.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, there's no time, so this is enough is gonna get out of my way.
Listen,
That is-
the family's gonna be back in 20 minutes. I need 25 with you. Come on.
That is something that has happened fairly recently.
Yeah.
So,
Ah.
If I could, like, whistle in a tune, I would, but I can't. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
If I could wink without it being like a wink wonk, I would.
Wink wonk.
Wink wonk.
wink, wonk.
So, hey Lala,
Yeah.
can I, like, jump ahead in the turn order real quick
Sure.
and tell you my fourth whenever we're ready?
Sure. Bass.
Yeah, we're ready. This is my thoughts are pretty simple when it comes to this sort of thing.
All right, sounds good.
I don't have sparkling commentary. I apologize.
It's okay. So skipping ahead a little bit, my fourth pick
Yes.
was also Wigglytuff.
Wiggly.
It was also Wigglytuff.
I see.
Well,
I can't, like, you know what? I'm
Just
gonna.
put-
I'm giving you
Just
Jigglypuff.
put Jiggly.
Yeah.
Just put Jigglypuff
There we go.
in front of it. Because I would probably get a Jigglypuff first, and then, like,
You know what this
'Cause
means,
I'm-
right?
I'm big on choir. We share Wigglytuff?
No.
Bass, can we share Wigglytuff? Oh.
Now I gotta read it.
I do have to read it, I do. Jigglypuff are very short and tiny. They have small frames and walk with elegance, almost as if they were floating. They move around quietly and are often very soft-spoken for most part. One of their most iconic traits is how long their hair curls at the tips. They are one of the few Pokemusus that have completely integrated with humans living in cities and towns alongside humans. So much so that it's almost impossible to find them in the wild. They usually live in monasteries since the Church of Arceus hires them and to soothe believers. I can words. Their voices are their most beloved treasure. They remain quiet most of the time to conserve their voices, but once they get to sing, they go all out. Their performances have been described as enlightening. It is not rare to find whole church choirs composed of only Jigglypuffs. Their heavenly voice can soothe the soul and can put anyone to sleep, but that's just the beginning. They can adjust the wavelength of their voice to match the brain waves of their audience, resulting in a deep relaxation. One will always feel better after hearing a Jigglypuff sing, and some claim they can even heal sickness and lift curses. They rarely leave the monasteries and churches they inhabit, and are discouraged to socialize without permission from the church, but this makes them more curious about other humans. One of the most beautiful experiences someone can have is a personalized song from a Jigglypuff. They'll make their partners feel their love through their voice.
Beautiful.
So while Wigglytuff specifically is like in the harem, I'll be honest, it probably would have started with Jigglypuff, just because first off, I'm like a big music lover and I love to sing.
Mm-hmm.
So we would be singing together constantly, and that just is something that makes me really happy. Also, yes, Aku, because pink. The aesthetic.
Pink
continues.
thing.
Pink thing. Pink thing TM.
You're 4 for 4 right now.
So
No. I'm 3 for 3. We're only halfway through.
yeah.
This is my top 4th pick. We still have 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry.
I'm 3 for 3 with pink thing.
Yeah. 3 for 3 so far.
Yeah.
But it would have 100% started with Jigglypuff, because songs, they're really pretty. They're the aesthetic I want. I love music. I'm not particularly big on church because we know I'm pagan.
Mm-hmm.
But in a Pokemusu world, that would probably have at least have been like a partial thing for me at one point,
Mm-hmm.
if we're going by my current thing, because I have some religious trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably have some religious Arceus trauma before becoming a hex maniac.
Oh, thank this.
It's fine.
Would you have?
I have a very.
Sorry. What would you have? Would you have served like Darkrai or something like that?
Oh no, probably not.
Probably not. Just chill.
But just not quite like finding myself at home in that particular like denomination kind of thing.
Yeah. I see.
Because it didn't feel quite right.
So I just thought of something kind of hilarious, I think.
Hmm.
I'm a big fan of the band Ghost, which takes the whole religious thing and turns it on its head.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So in the Pokemon universe, if they've got like gospel sort of like choral music for the Church of Arceus, would Ghost music be about Giratina?
Would it? Because like I think that like Giratina is just like the Lord of alternate dimensions. I don't know if it's like necessarily Lord of Ghosts.
The running gag is he's quote unquote Pokemon's version of Satan.
Oh yeah. You're right, actually. No,
Yeah,
you are
there you
so
go.
right on that one. Yeah.
So, sorry, and another reason why for Wigglytuff also is a lot less like profound. It is because Wigglytuff's spicy art has stayed with me ever since we saw it. Like I have
Same.
not been able. It has been in my head ever since we saw it.
It's
Do
kind of
you
why I picked
Do you
it.
like the garter
Yeah.
belts? Is it the garter belt?
It's
It's
just everything for
everything.
Wigglytuff. It's just
all of it.
like we know that was also like the first time I was like, oh, it's just me. It's literally just me.
Yeah.
And then it has stuck with me ever since then.
Yeah, no.
You can put it back onto the spicy art that makes him panic.
Ugh.
Good, as it should.
That makes me miss my wife.
It is that one is very wife coded for him because again, like it's very similar. Also, she's also another soft like kind of character in that same kind of like very gentle and sweet. And would just be somebody that I get along with. So far, it's me and the pink things.
Yep.
I suppose also the reason why I like Wigglytuff is because of how I am as a person, and she's a complete contrast to that.
Yes. Contrast is always good, I feel.
It's like like she was saying earlier, Jude's not a confrontational fighter type person.
I am not somebody that can
am-
kick his ass.
She's not. However, if someone messes with her, I'm the one that's going to be like, I will grab the bat and I'm going to take your fucking knee.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
take
am
your
not
knees.
his usual type that makes him immediately go, ooh, but I am the type that makes him go, I will kill you.
In a video game.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
Listen, it's also a pretty good way to be able to take out certain things because, listen, Wigglytuff doesn't have like a high defense stat, but she's got the biggest HP stat.
She's certainly got something.
Oh, yeah. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
so that's why I wanted to like skip ahead of you just a little bit because I thought it would be funny.
Yep. Hey, listen, that's more than fine. I can't believe that, like, I've got just like the total codes here are just like, listen, I got blue and I got gray, and beneath me I have nothing but pink thing and Hitmonchan.
There's Hitmonchan. There is a lot of pink though.
Listen,
I
think
told you.
I think it's
told you,
perfect.
No one would be surprised.
Listen, okay.
It'll get a
Listen.
it'll get a touch fairy later.
Okay. Listen.
There will be more color soon. Yeah.
So like all of these mons here have made like at least top 20 except for Hitmonchan. Let me see. Just how many mons did I actually put down whenever I was listing them off? Because I was listing off so many different mons and just thinking, okay, I probably would. Okay, so I've made like a full-on top 20. And then I had to go
like a
back.
top 14 that I had to whittle down.
So
And I'll say this, like Chansey, Jiggly Wiggly, and Mew have made top 20. I put Jiggly Wiggly together though, so maybe that's cheating. Who knows?
No, because we probably would have. I at least would have had Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. Like I would have started with Jigglypuff and then gotten Wigglytuff afterwards. That's fine.
God,
I had the problem of I made a joke with myself when I was looking at the art of like going back through and looking at everything. So I need to make sure I pick what actually I liked in terms of what really spoke to me. And I'm sitting there, I'm scrolling through it, and I go, I'm oddly reminded of the song Pokemon Smash or Pass by Star Palm.
yes.
I'm sitting here going, oh my god, I need to at least say pass on at least one of these. My god, what is wrong with me?
Like when I say clef key, smash. Really, the fucking keys? Smash. They're just a bunch of keys, smash.
The beginning of that, he's yelling, and it's like, okay, buddy, your enthusiasm wasn't from here.
Okay, I got it. Smash. Smash. Smash.
What
All
about
right,
me?
Laszlo, what was number 4 for you?
All right, number 4 for me. Oh, man. So we came across a lot of this particular type that I didn't expect to really enjoy as much as I did. And it actually was a very, very big controversy for me to be able to go through, too, because I was taking a look back at like some of our VODs, and I had like a really, really, really good reason to smash on these ones. At least in my eyes, like I was just like, oh my god, yeah, no, this actually makes total sense. This one is definitely one of the more simpler ones for as far as like aesthetics, and probably for like the theming around like what they do whenever they find someone of interest. This one is going to be Butterfree.
Ooh.
Yeah, Butterfree's a goodie.
You know, I'm gonna like out myself a little bit now. I should have put Beedrill in there.
Oh god. Okay, so
because we talked about the whole thing about Beedrill of they will kill you unless you started.
Yeah. In fact, hang on. Let me go on through this first, and then we'll talk about the other bugs because they are. It's an important thing for the narrative.
It was part
here.
of your decision.
Yeah. It really was. Okay. The 2 red spheres at the top of their head are giant eyes composed of thousands of little eyes. Their vision is remarkable, and it allows them to stay alert and detect movement at almost 360 degrees. They use their front eyes to focus when necessary. Their wings contain poisonous dust that releases slowly when they flap them. Depending on the dose, this dust can have multiple effects, from paralysis to unconsciousness. They use the thin fabric they wear to collect said dust and release it at will to neutralize threats. They are caring and tender. They love to protect Metapod from danger. They do this by putting aggressors to sleep, but they also fly around in search of humans. Once they spot a suitable one, they swoop in, grab them, and take them to the Metapod so they can help in protecting them.
They're just like, yoink, you're helping me now.
Yep.
You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later. It's literally what happens.
While non-aggressive by nature, they aren't afraid to take advantage of their dust, sometimes spreading it randomly in hopes of catching a good partner for the Metapods they care for. Trainer tips. Their caring
I
nature.
forgot how pretty their outfit was.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're all good. You're all
I
good.
forgot about that.
Their caring nature is directed toward Metapods, so helping and protecting Metapod is the best way to earn their trust and admiration. One can easily tell when they like you, since they'll follow you around, flying slightly above their darling. They find the idea of using their laps as pillows while their partners sleep fascinating and secretly yearn for it.
Same.
Okay. So, when I think of Butterfree, I think of the color composition first for me. The silhouette, obviously, it's great. It does completely match like what a Butterfree would be, especially in the chibi art. I love that it focuses primarily on the cool colors outside of the eyes. The eyes are like such a good focal point for this. But okay, you know what? I'm done with talking about the design. The idea that as we were going through this, I fucked the Caterpie and I fucked the Metapod. And then whenever we came across the Butterfree, and then it turned out that like as long as you're nice to their Metapod and whatnot, chances are they're gonna like you. This one was just like a romance story that was made to be, in my eyes at least. Like this one captivated me from the start.
I like more the idea of you just walking along the road, la-di-da-di-da, a Butterfree. That one grabs,
yes,
takes away you.
Like, I went back into Ravad, and whenever we looked over there, I just thought, okay, I understand this. Well, we know how I feel about Metapod, so I know that me and Butterfree are going to be getting along just fine, because I know what my job is here. But no, this one
Butterfree was a really good choice. I like Butterfree a lot.
Mm-hmm. Now, the ones that I had to choose against for this, obviously, we've got Beedrill.
Beedrill.
So, I also went back to our VODs to check out this one. And I remember specifically...
I was willing to die for it.
I had the epiphany going on through my head right now. Was like, was I really going to have Beedrill as one of my top 6? And then I looked back at the VOD. And
Didn't
then
I have to, argue you into it?
Not for me. Not for me on this one. Okay. Because whenever we were reading through it, we're like...
argue
we had a lot that we... Yeah, we had a lot that I needed convincing for. And this might have been one of them. It might have been one of them if for one important thing. As we were reading on through it, we said, okay, these things are gonna fucking kill me. And then we looked at it and said, and it said that like as long as like you raise it up from a Weedle, far away from its original hive, these things will be absolutely loyal to you for like the rest of their days and whatnot. And then I was just like, okay, listen. And 99% of the worlds, I die here. But thankfully, in this 1 out of 1 million worlds, I fucked the Weedle. Smash!
The Weedle.
I fucked the Weedle. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna have to put that one in the out of context channel. Hold on.
Hey Shia, how you be? Yeah, no, you came in time. We're just kind of going over our top 6 right now. Alright. I'll go on ahead and show you guys what
There
what the third option was that I was thinking of for this, because believe it or not, there were others. There was another.
Oh yeah, Venomoth. I don't remember how I think I ended up not being able to because of the leg.
The legs definitely were
I
something
think.
that were strange to me at first as well.
But at the same time, she's so pretty. I don't remember. If I did pass, like, I want to change it to a smash. I don't remember.
I think that you did. Because, like, whenever we looked at this, we were just like, the legs
it
are a
was
little bit
because-
strange, but...
The legs and the fur are strange, but he's kind of, like,
but.
over it. He's kind of, like, above that. It's fine.
We've got...
That is so soft. Okay.
I
That's
don't
worth it
remember
there.
what I don't remember what I did, but I like her a lot. She's pretty.
The, what drew me to Venomoth was just... They... just being, like, their little, like, light magnets. I remember specifically whenever we were going over this the first time, that I was like, okay, I know what's happening here. I'm gonna have trouble sleeping one night, and then all of a sudden, Venomoth is gonna come busting through my window and accidentally paralyze me with her dust. And then that's what's gonna happen. Because they're gonna, be a little bit too excited because of that. And I'm gonna be like, okay, I can live with this. I can live with this. It would be freaky at first, but I can get around the softness. This is, it's
It'd
good.
be like that creepy crawly feel that you have to just kind of, like, get used to.
Yeah. I remember a same thing happened with Weedle. Way back when. Just because it was like, the centipede legs and whatnot. But
What's going on?
So-
Kaiju?
So anyway, oh heck, but no. This is what I'm fine with over here. So Doc, really is there? Yeah, yeah. That's what Venomoth pretty much does. They get excited, they let the dust come out, it paralyzes, and they don't even realize it, even whenever they're carrying. Yeah. So Doc leaving the lights on at night for reasons, exactly.
Reason
And-
for science.
And hey, Kaiju, basically, Bass, Danny, and I, we went through the whole of Kinkymation's art for her coveted Pokemusudex. Basically going by like a smash or pass ruling for it. And right now we're kind of going through like our top 6 basically each. And with that in mind,
I hate to do this, but I will be right back, actually.
no, it's fine. It's fine. We'll skip back to you, okay?
Okay, it's fine.
Yep. All right. Wait, in that case, that means it's my turn again.
Yeah.
Dang it, Bass! That's fine. Pick 2 ladies that will drug you and drag you off for cuddles. Listen, it's either that or the bee that would just murder me. I'll take a link if you got it. I only have it for the tier list. The rest you'll be able to find on Kinkymation's Patreon, I believe.
I have the link for
Yes,
the
we got.
wiki,
Hmm.
but you can't find, like, the extra content.
Yeah. I think that's fine actually. Yeah, I can send that. By the way, of course, support the original artist, guys. Kinkymation did a really, really great job on all this.
Go support them.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Alrighty. So, for number 3, I made mention that I did kind of want to get more into, like, the monster side of this. Open my mind a little bit. Enjoy. I know that I've just not noticed that, like, I'm the only one that, like, doesn't really have, like,
A pink thing?
a human-centric type Musu yet.
Ooh.
This one might be the closest. No, Butterfree's probably the closest, because, like, the, outside, like, the fairy wings and the eyes and whatnot, the biggest differentiation that keeps it from being, like, full-on human is, like, the fact that its legs are, they don't got, like, toes or anything. They just kind of got, like, the long stumpies.
Yeah.
But this one kind of follows that trend a little bit. And I'm not normally the biggest fan of this type of archetype. This one was another one where, like, I needed the story to really sell it for me. And this one brought a tear to my eye. This one kind of followed, like, another theme that I really enjoy. That, like Onyx, kind of makes you think, okay, would I do this in exchange for this, or would I do this, like, out of the goodness of my heart for this if I knew what was going on in their life? And for Articuno, I would.
I knew it.
Yep. Let me see if I can find her real quick. There she is. Whamp. That is my number 3. Now allow me to show ye.
She's really good. She was a really good choice. She was real high up on my tier list, too.
Yeah, it was... Oof. I knew that she was going to be in my top 6. I just didn't know where exactly she was going to be put. Boom. I was about to say Butterfree's very human-like. Yeah, but it's like... There are more human-like Mons.
Staring at all of the pink things.
Listen, they are very beautiful pink things, though.
Yeah, Articuno was a really tough choice for me, too. I didn't end up going with them, but it was really close.
I think that adds for good diversity, too, just because, like, having like, one legendary in your repertoire seems like a decent balance, right? Like, not just, like, stacking it up on all of them, too. It just feels, like, thematically good.
Yeah.
Venomoth is kind of the silly cutie who accidentally causes a lot of accidents. By the way, top 6 would be Beedrill, Nidoqueen, Golbat, Dugong, Chansey, and Lapras. Dugong fucking based. I'm not saying anything else on that matter, though. Chansey based, Lapras based. All these are good. Like, Golbat...
All of them are really good.
Golbat was one that...
Golbat was one that I had to pass on because the mouth and the stomach just made me really uncomfortable.
Yeah, you and me saw it differently on that one. I looked at that and just thought, I could make that work.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get past that one.
Mm-hmm. The Nidoqueen one.
Mm-hmm.
The Nidorino line was just good.
That entire line was good.
Yep. Alrighty. In the throat of the roaring blizzards of Kanto, one can hear the sobbing of a young woman. This is Articuno, the mistress of the shifting snow. An ancient and powerful Musu, clad in azure feathers, her very existence radiates cold around her, causing her to start hail and snowstorms wherever she takes flight. Legends say she wasn't always this way. She started out as an average Musu, but fell in love with one who'd been cursed with a never-ending fever that could only be quenched with an equally powerful cold. Articuno sought out power over ice to save them, and succeeded. She administered the cure to her love and restored him, only for her icy magic to be too great and freeze her love before shattering them. Articuno was heartbroken by this, and sought to join her love in the afterlife, only to find that she became too powerful to be slain. She would freeze water too quickly to drown in, and no mortal man or Musu could get close enough to wound her, let alone kill her. Now trapped in a frozen torment, Articuno wanders aimlessly, stopping when she finds others doomed to perish in the snow. There she weeps, lamenting that the snow took them instead of her. Trainer tips. Some stories claim that Articuno fell in love with a brilliant man of medicine named Victor. Others claim it was a beautiful dancer named Nora. Without hearing from Articuno herself, it's impossible to know if either of these claims were true. As full of despair as you are now, I'd still trade my endless frozen years for your worst day. Nidoqueen is All Might levels of Smash? Yes.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, for Articuno, that just brought over feelings in my soul that I was just like, fix this.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Want to warm that icy heart, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And even in like the spicy art, you can see that like even as he's holding her.
Look at his arms and his hands.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time,
like,
she's
doesn't freezing him, but he's doing it anyway.
And she really doesn't want to let go either. Like,
is she crying? Is that like tears on her face? I can't tell.
Let me see.
Or is that just a shadow?
Yeah.
No, she's like crying. Like those are tears.
Yeah.
Like some sweat, but also tears.
The tears of I finally found him. Do you want to know what would be like some crazy prophecy thing? Like, what if you ended up being,
like a reincarnation?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, like, if I were in that position, I'd be like, no, that's impossible. I'm just me. But who knows? Like whether or not if that's like the more romantic take or not. Just I'm me. I'm someone new. I'm the feeling. I'm the feeling in your heart that can actually warm you. Or if I'm not the feeling that it used to be, I can be the one that that renews the flame. That's what I see. Sorry, this got like really sappy. I want to bone the bird. Okay.
I want to bone the bird. I also want to bone a bird, but he had to run and do things.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
Also, my top 6 are all evolved from base, mostly because Nidoqueen and Beedrill are impossible to bond with, if not from the first form. True. It is. You've seen the art? Yeah. Yeah. No. I just. This one touches my soul in another way, so.
Yeah.
Not just through my penis. Alright, Danny. Hit me with it. Give me your third.
Okay, so far.
Wait, hang on one second. I would not care about no prophecy. I will become him. Exactly. Alright, sorry, continue.
So, up to this point, I have a theme.
Yes.
We now break the theme. The theme is no longer Pink Thing.
I don't believe you.
The theme is no longer Pink Thing.
Okay,
because now it's my turn to completely, like, flip everything on its head and go the exact opposite direction that I have been going.
Mm-hmm.
It's Persian.
Oh, God. I knew that it was going to be here somewhere.
Okay, so here's the thing. I will admit, like, the only reason Persian is in the harem is I feel like she will find a way to manifest from the screen if I don't put her somewhere in the harem and kill me.
Oh, she will.
In Minecraft.
Oh, she will.
Like, I saved myself for so long for her to be the one to take my soul.
In a video game.
In a video game.
In real life. While playing Smash Bros.
Like,
In Minecraft.
Throughout the entirety of the game, whatever it was a matter of, like, yes, they will kill you, and you will be bound to them forever, and they will did this, and you will have, the rest of your days will be here. I was like, I can't. And then Gyarados messed it all up for me. And I was willing to risk it for the biscuit. But Persian has always been there. Looming. Lurking.
I'm about to say, yeah,
Randy.
no, you might be in trouble. just for that little Gyarados.
I know.
Treat you did there.
No. Here's the thing. I don't have to be in trouble for Gyarados. Welcome back. I don't have to be in trouble about Gyarados because I have Mew in my harem. Mew can beat Gyarados.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is true. Wait, hang on. No, that's
So
cheating. That is
safe.
so cheating.
I'm
No. My top 6, all of them.
No, I would say all of them if I got Mew and Ditto.
Also, welcome back, Bass. Whenever we get to you, you're gonna be doing 2.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're on our third now, so you missed fourth and third.
And third, yeah. I see the danger,
I see
but
the danger,
also
but also smash.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we had pink thing, and now we deviate from that route.
Danger cat tar.
Persian. Danger cat. So, the classy cat Persian is a quadrupedal musu with 2 clawed arms. They are most known for the immaculate red jewels they carry on their forehead. Due to the rarity of the musu, these are some of the rarest treasures in the world, with individual gems being used to purchase castles and ship fleets alone. Persian are seen as a symbol of wealth and power, as they only live with such people. Most commonly, their partners are nobles and royals, as they're the only ones that can satisfy their high standard of living. While the societal vision of a Persian is one of a gentle, noble musu, in reality, they're incredibly aggressive. The musu has no capacity for empathy and takes pleasure in seeing the suffering of those around them. They're perfectly content to lash out at their servants and partners as well. The legs and arms of Persian are exceptionally strong and can tear a human's limbs apart with ease. Despite their size, they're adept at stalking as well as can leap nearly 11 meters to pounce on their prey. They love to torture their victims until their miserable ends. One of their favorite methods is to hold a victim still with their arms as their front legs rip their innards out. Persian carry high bounties in black markets. Often this is for their red jewels, but revenge is another motivator. To quell a Persian's thirst for violence, their partners will offer criminals and undesirables to them. The families of those offered are typically poor, but will pool what money they have for the head of their loved one's killer. God. So this is the exact opposite of everything that I said about the pink things of the, they're soft and they're gentle and I feel like I would get along with them. Mm-hmm. I think the caveat to having a Persian would be I would have to have a Meowth first. Because I don't think there is any other way that I would be able to have a Persian.
Yeah. Let's see. Most arm burst to ceiling. Yeah, no, the Meowth, they just like to freaking...
The Meowth are very friendly and cute and, like, mischievous.
They're gremlins. They are, in fact, Necroarch.
So I would get along with the Meowth really well because the gremlin energy, we would just kind of bounce it up, like, back and forth. And I think the only way that I would get a Persian is through having a Meowth. Mm-hmm. Initially. So I think that would specifically have to be the caveat. Mm-hmm. Because let's be honest, I am not wealthy enough to be able to give them that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, I definitely see Persian as a gold digger that you don't only just got to give money, you got to give them people.
I would 100% have to keep her away from the rest of the harem.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 100%.
100% would have to keep her away. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that I said before with Chansey that I would prefer to just help people if I have the opportunity. Sometimes that is not an option, and sometimes, especially in, I'm assuming, this kind of world where things aren't nearly as advanced as us because it's nobles and royalty and it's knights and magic, it's high fantasy. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of bandits, there's going to be a lot of we're going to do bad just because we fucking can and we have the power to do so. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the safest bet is for them to not be around, is for them to just be dead in Minecraft.
Yeah. For them to
and I could 100%,
for them to respawn.
I could 100% give them to Persian for that. Because it would, one, be a way of protecting my harem, but two, would be a way of appeasing Persian.
Mm-hmm. Persian happens to be
get me out and become a bounty hunter / mercenary. You'll have money and victims for when they become a Persian.
Persian happens to be one of the 2 in Gen 1 that I wouldn't smash. The other is Arbok because I wouldn't let it get to that. Fair enough.
See, here's the thing. Persian, I was gonna pass on, but then we saw the spicy content, which, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course. Sorry. I should have done that.
If you wouldn't mind. Thank you. I also have a thing. So I have this joke that isn't really much of a joke because of the fact that I like tsunderes that... I like tsunderes that, act like they hate... I love a man that hates me, is the joke that we have. And in theory, this also goes to women, and let's be honest, she'd be a very dominant woman, and I would panic. So, woman hot.
Yes, woman indeed very hot. Spicy art is definitely
Woman
good
hot.
here.
But
Demi,
here's the thing, if it wasn't for the fact that I think that Persian would like manifest and become corporeal, and then take care of me if I didn't put her in my harem, somebody else would have been in this slot. I will admit, but I felt like I was obligated to put Persian in here.
you do have a story with Persian throughout this whole experience. I don't blame you.
This entire time, just I can't. I have Persian. I can't smash. The Gyarados came along and ruined it.
Yeah. Persian is definitely a hear me out for the resident pink thing. Yes, it is.
Yeah, Persian is my hear me out.
I feel like she would pop every pink thing that's in our list right now, except from you.
See, that's why I say I would have to like keep her away from the rest of the harem. She would have a castle all of her own.
I feel like what would happen...
Everyone else could live in like a community together. She would have to live away from everyone else.
I feel like what would happen is that like Persian would try to pounce Chansey. One of her eggs just comes loose, splatters all over Persian's face, and her gem falls out of her forehead.
Probably, and then
She's
she
like,
would be
"Oh
done
my
with everybody
goodness."
for the rest of her fucking life. Be like,
Yep.
I'm leaving.
Yep. And then Gyarados comes in.
Gyarados comes in, and then everyone is doomed.
So it do be that way. All right.
So
no,
yeah,
this
here's my hear me out.
Yeah. Alrighty, Vass, are you ready?
I suppose.
You have
Heck
two
yeah.
to catch up on.
Give us your fourth.
Oh shit.
Give us your fourth cup.
You fourth is there's no preamble. It's Charizard.
Charizard. Ooh, we got a starter coming in. Right after Pink Thing.
Right after, well, right before Pink Thing, technically.
Right before Pink. Yeah, true, very much.
Because we're going from the lowest number, or I guess technically the highest number, to like the lowest number, which is reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we love them all equally, but we do have to put them in and order.
Correct. Hi, Butterfree, again.
And Butterfree again.
Alrighty. I'll give it up for Charizard then. At this stage, they grow wings that allow them to soar through the skies at will. They breathe... Sorry. The fire they breathe is so hot, it can melt boulders.